Hello everyone. Today I want to show you how to make a solar filter. I looked online for how to make a solar filter because I know people did it, and I saw a lot of projects where people were messing around with cardboard and plastic and tape, and they did the job, but they didn't look like you could use them more than 5 times and then fall apart. So I came up with this. This is black polymer. That is the actual solar filter. It's very thin. And this, which is an adapter ring. Look closely, there's threads here. You just screw it on top of your lens, and it's got a nice big surface for double-sided tape, and these are fairly cheap. It's just a couple of bucks. The filter material itself is also fairly cheap, so all I need is filter material, a ring adapter, and double-sided tape. Just put the double-sided tape over the top of the ring adapter and make sure there are no gaps, because you really don't want any light to bleed through. Cut off the excess tape, peel off the backing paper, place the black polymer sheet with the shiny side down on top of something that doesn't damage the surface, like that. Take the ring adapter and just put it on top. And that's nearly done. All I have to do now is cut away the outside, and I have a fairly professional looking solar filter. And after cutting, you'll end up with this. It's very simple. It's durable and it kind of looks professional. And here it is, screwed onto the lens. This blocks every bit of light except 0.01%. That's about enough to make pictures like this. Now that is in no way professional, because you have to take multiple images and stack those images in a program, and then you'll end up with much better quality. One thing left to say, as I mentioned, do not touch this surface, do not scratch it, do not puncture it, because it will let through too much light and it could ruin the sensor in your camera. This is the solar filter for this camera, and this is just an analog camera with a film roll. It's a pretty decent camera. It's still still takes very good images, and I wanted to just for fun, wanted to have a solar filter for this one too. Storage. I took the lid of a food container. This is from a salad. It has a nice shape, and since I don't care about the outside of the filter, I place it face down, so I don't, doesn't matter if that surface is scratched, as long as this surface is not scratched, and that's how I store it. When you put the solar filter in front of the lens, that you remove every other lens, and this is a UV lens, so this goes straight onto the lens. Now you're basically going to need two other things. That is, first of all, a geared head, and this is for precise positioning, and a remote, because when you zoomed in and you've got the sun in the frame and you press the button, it will start to shake, so you don't want to touch the camera at all. So basically you zoom in and you focus when everything is set, and then you press the button, and that's it. And now you have a picture of the sun. There's just one little problem with my camera, the camera I'm filming with. This camera can have a remote. This is a electronic remote, has to be plugged in, and this camera also can use a remote, but that's through an app on a smartphone. I don't have a smartphone, so I had to come up with something, and I made a mechanical remote from, well, basically this is for analog cameras, and this is just a strip of aluminium which I bent into shape. This hooks into the shoe of the camera, and this goes underneath the battery, and you'll see that when I press this little tab comes out. This is pressing the shutter. I'll show you in a picture. And then it's just a matter of zooming in. I have to touch the camera so you see it wobble a bit, and bring it right into the center. It's very sensitive, and now it's into the center, and I can take a picture, and you see it drifting toward the right. And that drift is a 15 degree per hour drift. Just took another picture. And zoom out a bit. and the sun is not very active at the moment, but it's at its solar minimum, and it will probably take a couple of years before it reaches solar maximum again. And when it hits solar maximum, it's an 11-year cycle. When it hits solar maximum, you can see a lot of sunspots on the surface. Don't see any sunspots at the moment, so as you can see, the tiniest movement and there it is, back in the center again. Okay, I'm gonna call it the end of the video, so I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching. Bye now.